My dear people of God, this is the fourth time that I am addressing you since the beginning of this pandemic COVID-19 on March 25th. First and foremost, I am happy to say, as we all know, that Tripura state has been declared as COVID-free, and this is great news. Yet at the same time, we must remember that we have to also follow a lot of guidelines, particularly about physical distancing, about wearing masks, which have now been made compulsory, and using sanitizers and things like that. Life after COVID-19, even after the lockdown, as you and I know and experts tell us, will not be the same again. Today I am addressing you very specially with this new problem or thing that has come up, namely stigmatization. Stigmatization and fear of COVID-19 is inflicting additional damage. Such behavior might culminate into increased hostility, chaos, and unnecessary social disruptions. As you know, cases have been reported of people affected with COVID-19, as well as healthcare workers, sanitary workers, and police who are in the front line for the management of the outbreak and are facing discrimination mainly because of heightened fear and misinformation about the infection. People should not be discriminated against by stigmatization attached to those who are quarantined. Our Honorable Prime Minister on April 27th actually said, no stigma should be associated with COVID-19 people. However, phobia or fear makes the disease bigger, and we must make extra efforts to dispel such a stigma. Doctors, healthcare workers, and essential workers who are in the front line are the most vulnerable, and they risk their lives, and should we not do something to support them? Another problem is polarization. Certain communities and areas are being isolated purely based on false reports floating in the social media and elsewhere. Polarization based on religion, ethnicity, caste, and gender must be avoided. There is an urgent need to counter such prejudices and to rise as a community that is empowered with health literacy and respond appropriately in the face of this adversity. My dear people of God, though in the beginning this pandemic looked like a catastrophe, I think it should be seen as an opportunity to reshape our lives. After being in this situation for about 40 days, we have seen the plight of our people, and we will need to adopt a compassionate approach in our behavior and dealings with COVID-19 people. We must try to reach out to migrant workers who have been stranded and have no money to buy food and their livelihood. Of course, much has been done by the Catholic Church in the whole state of Tripura, and I know this from our parishes and from our institutions, and I certainly appreciate this great work that has been done. Yet we shall continue to do as much as we can to alleviate their sufferings when possible. Dear priests and religious, I am addressing myself now specifically to you. I am asking you to continue the devotion to the Eucharistic Lord with daily adoration of the Blessed Sacrament in your respective chapels. We, bishops in India, join together every day via Zoom app to pray for the country and the whole world. Many priest and religious communities have shared with me that they have added extra time to their daily prayer routine. The Vincentian Fathers at Mariamnagar pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet with adoration every day at 3 p.m. will continue till the end of May. Today, I am inviting every priest and religious in our diocese to spend an hour in adoration before the Blessed Sacrament during this whole month of May, calling it the Hour of Power. Today, I am also asking our lay faithful to invest in God. We desperately need His intervention. As a house of prayer for all nations, the church must stand with the country and pray for its healing and blessing. God's promise is that if we together humble ourselves and pray, God will heal our land. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14, we find that. As a community of believers, let us turn to God because we know that He is the divine healer. In fact, Pope Francis, in his recent letter to the faithful, asks us to pray the rosary at home with the family in this Marian month of May that begins tomorrow. He says, the restrictions of the pandemic have made us come to appreciate all the more the family aspect also from a spiritual point of view. Resonating with the sentiments of the Holy Father, I encourage you, dear lay faithful, to recite the rosary in your families every day. Even after the lockdown is lifted, we must continue to adhere strictly to the government regulations, as I said earlier, of personal hygiene, social protocols, and maintain physical distancing. As long as the rule for religious assemblies not to gather is revoked, all the churches in our diocese will remain closed. However, Sunday masses in all the parishes will be celebrated by the parish priest at 8:30 in the morning, so that the people can participate spiritually with the priest in the privacy of their own homes. And I want to tell our people and remind our priest at the same time that every parish priest actually, when he prays the Mass, is not praying it even though he may be alone for himself. He's praying for the community and with the community. And our Sunday Mass, the parish priest says the Sunday Mass, Missa pro populo, a Mass for the people. And the bishop does this every Sunday for our people. And so this would be a good occasion, my dear fathers, to pray for our people and to let them know that we are praying for them. And finally, I just want to remind you that we will continue to live stream our Holy Mass every Sunday at 8:30 a.m. via the 3 links that we have. DRC Mariamnagar in Bengali, Subrai TV in Kokborok, and Agartala Diocese Lead Us Onward in English. You could link yourselves with this at 8:30 a.m. and join us in praying for you. I want to wish you all the very best. Thank you for what you do, and through this communication, I am personally present to you, addressing you, assuring you of my prayer, and assuring you of my solidarity with yourselves, with the state, with our whole country and the world. May God bless you. May God bless all of us. Thank you.